Hello. Hello. Happy Thursday. How you guys doing? Uh so quick update. For those of you I haven't had a chance to tell. So, I've been playing not just Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations on stream, but I've also been streaming the visual novel Bustafellows. I woke up this morning to an email from Twitch saying that I had a copyright takedown notice and have been issued an official copyright strike against my channel. Not just like a warning or a block, but like a straight up takedown notice and strike. What I didn't realize is that the developers of Bustafellows are really, really strict, and they do not allow any gameplay to be shown of that game past the first chapter. So because of that, I'm not able to continue streaming that game, which is a shame because I've been enjoying it, but I'm gonna have to enjoy it off stream, unfortunately. So that being said, the back and forth that I've been doing between this game and that is not going to be able to happen anymore. So I'm going to spin a wheel to pick a game to play for tomorrow. I am currently house sitting, but I can run back to my house and back with whatever I need to stream. So yeah, I got to show you a whole 3% of the game, right? But they actually took down, like completely deleted my VOD from yesterday. So I can't even archive that to YouTube. But that being said, hello to Tara, hello to Christy. We are gonna, can you guys see that? All right. So I put a bunch of games in here that I've been wanting to stream. And if I don't have the capability to really bring that stuff with me to where I'm house sitting, then I'm just going to leave it in there and spin again. But if it is something that I can stream, then I'm gonna do that. So, we're just gonna see what the wheel selects. So here we go. Oh! So, interesting. That means I'm gonna have to get my modded Game Boy or my modded DS. Oh boy. I actually don't know if I'm ready to take on a Nuzlocke. I think I'm gonna skip this one. I'm sorry. We're gonna spin again because I don't the modded DS that I have has a bunch of parts and pieces to it. And I also would need to make like a layout for that. So I'm going to hold off and we're gonna spin again. I'm sorry if that Oh, Tepig says hi. Oh, but okay. Should I do it? Should I do a Pokemon White Nuzlocke starting tomorrow? I was hoping for a shorter project, but... Yeah, I'm not feeling it right now. I'm gonna spin again. Oh, another very long project. Ah! Oh! That means I'm gonna have to bring my GameCube. Oh no! You know what? I'd rather do a Nuzlocke, I think. I think I'd rather do the Pokemon Nuzlocke. Okay. Alright. Well. No, yeah. No, I was gonna plan to skip that one anyway if it ended up coming up. But okay, Skies of Arcadia or Pokemon White Nuzlocke are both a very spin it again. I kind of just wanted to do a shorter project. Okay. I'd still need my GameCube, but it is a shorter project. I feel like I'm cheating. If I'm like, the wheel will pick. And then I'm like, I don't like what the wheel picked. You know what? Forget all that. I'm going to go with what the wheel picked first, which is Pokemon White. I'll create we're going to do that. Pokemon White Nuzlocke is going to happen starting tomorrow. We're going to take that out. And I'm not going to be a little weenie. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it. And I'm going to I'll try to create a nice little layout today because I don't really have much I have to do today other than record a podcast tonight. So you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to start Pokemon White Nuzlocke tomorrow. That's what we're going to do. And with that being said, let's start our Ace Attorney. So, you know, oh, I see my very massive... Okay. Okay. All right, we're just gonna do it. We're not gonna be cheaters. We're not gonna be weenie cheaters. That's what I've determined. I'm not gonna be a weenie cheater today. So, but let's jump into this. What a journey that wheel was, I know. I made that unnecessarily hard. Okay. February 16th, 1:14 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 4. Mr. Falls, oh, eek! I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I want to say thanks, you're real good. You really hooked me up. Thanks, we're almost there. Once I prove that she committed the crime. Yeah, but there's one more big obstacle we've got to get past. Let me know how audio is and everything. Obstacle? Yeah. Motive. Why would Melissa Foster kill that policewoman anyway? Motive, huh? Anyway, we're still badly in need of information. Information, right. What we need the most is info about this Melissa Foster herself. All we know is that she's a student studying literature. And one more thing. No, that's not even her name, dude. What is it? Well, the incident that happened 5 years ago, of course. The kidnapping murder case that Zebra Boy is on death row for. Zebra Boy? Oh, because he's wearing stripes? I didn't do nothing. I didn't kill nobody. I never lie. Mr. Falls, in that case, tell us more about it. About what happened 5 years ago. Okay, I trust you. That day, 5 years ago, I dream of it every day. Thank you, guys. This picture, it reminds me of everything. Bridge looks same, just like then, 5 years ago. Like it could fall apart any minute. So it's been broken like that for at least 5 years? Huh. Sorry, buddy, but you sound like the one that could fall apart at any minute. It's true. I did kidnap her. 5 years ago. I kidnapped my girlfriend. Dahlia Hawthorne! Oh my gosh, what is going on in this case, dude? What is this? We all know I withhold information that can damage stream quality. Anybody who says that is a freaking liar. Your girlfriend? Huh? Hey, hold on there. Did you say Hawthorne? The victim's last name. Wait a second! Dahlia Hawthorne is Valerie's little sister? Wait a second. Wait a second. So Dahlia / Melissa, one of them is a fake name. And if Dahlia, or who I know to be as Dahlia, is actually named Dahlia, then that means she is Valerie's little sister. So why would she kill her older sister? And if her name is really Melissa, then why would she adopt the name Dahlia? And is who I know to be as Dahlia actually this guy's ex-girlfriend? Or... I'm so confused. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. What? Are you serious? The girl, let her go. Shut up. Come closer, and I kill her. Sorry, but you're not gonna get the chance. The detective back then was Valerie Hawthorne. At first I thought shooting someone for a kidnapping was crossing the line, but if it was to protect her little sister, I can understand why she did it. Oh no, sororicide is just something to do? Sororicide? I don't think I know what that word means. Sororicide. The act of killing one's own sister. Oh, okay. I guess I could have put that together with, like, sorority, meaning, like, sister. Yeah. Hi there!
Wrong! No protect sister. Valerie betray me. Betray us.
What do you mean she betrayed you?
Everything. All lies. All make-believe. Kidnapping, too.
A make-believe kidnapping?
Dahlia. My girlfriend. My love. My teen angel.
Did he actually say my teen angel? He's seen one too many soap operas.
I do anything she says. Anything Dahlia says.
Anything Dahlia says? Hold on a minute. What you're saying is that the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by...
Yeah, me and Dahlia. And Valerie, too.
Valerie was in on it?
Dahlia's family rich. Jewelry business. We get one jewel, that's what we thought. Me and Dahlia wrote kidnap note. We send to her dad. Asked for $2 million diamond. Tell him make exchange on Dusky Bridge. We tell him Valerie make transfer cause she knew detective. Having a police detective in your pocket is a useful thing, alright. In the end, you were planning on splitting the 2 million 3 ways, huh? Yeah, but that woman!
Hello. Oh, HS, I should probably update you because you were invested in the game. So, I mentioned this at the very beginning of stream, but I don't think you were here yet. So, I got an email this morning at 2 a.m. from Twitch with a copyright strike. Not a warning, but an actual copyright strike, and my entire VOD of Bustafellows from yesterday being deleted. So apparently the devs for Bustafellows are super strict, and they don't allow any gameplay footage past Chapter 1 to be shown on the internet at all. So I have basically been given like a cease and desist from Twitch, so I'm unable to stream that game any longer. Just to let you know, so we're gonna have to start something new tomorrow.
That woman, Valerie, she do it for real. She shoot at me for real, me and Dahlia. I was shot in arm. Dahlia, she jump in river.
Jump? You don't mean she jumped on purpose, do you?
I couldn't do it. I could never push her. Anyway, I blacked out. Wake up with police all over. And that's when they decided to give you the death sentence.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I did see, like, at the very beginning of the title screen, it has, like, a very brief message that's, like, up for 3 seconds, and I couldn't read all of it. And it basically was, like, don't post spoilers on the internet. And I assumed that meant, like, don't, like verbally tell people. I didn't realize, and maybe I should have realized, that also applied to footage. So that was, as in researching it, that was kind of what it was, is they were like, we are very strict about no spoilers being accessible for this game. And so I just didn't put 2 and 2 together, I guess. Yeah. So it did say that there's a way to get your first strike ever like absolved and taken off, and you have to basically like sit through this like training course from Twitch about like copyright strikes or whatever, and I'm just gonna have to be really careful to read, I guess, any disclaimers like that in full before I stream games. So so I'm gonna just sit through that training course or whatever through Twitch probably later this afternoon sometime, and try to get that strike absolved, because it's obvious that I did not mean like intentionally to like break any sort of developer like agreement when I bought the game. That was obviously not my intention. It was not malicious in any way. I was just interested in the game. I was recommended the game, and I wanted to share it with people. So and since like 98% of developers are fine with that, with you streaming their games, it wasn't something that I expected to happen. So, but anyway, Anyway, so that's the update. Thanks, Coco. I appreciate it.
Okay. I couldn't believe it. That woman, she betrayed me.
That man, Terry Falls, he killed her. He threw her off the bridge. He threw my beloved sister into the roaring river 40 feet below.
These 5 years, all I wonder is why? Why did she lie? That's all I want to know.
So that's why you called her. You wanted to hear the truth from Valerie herself. No, that game's been out since like 2018 or 2019 or something like that.
Yes, but I forget what she looked like, so I tell her to wear scarf. I don't want to hurt her, I just ask why. Why? Why did you lie? Why did you betray me? I just want to hear answer come from her mouth, that's all.
So that's why you made a crazy escape like that.
Just one thing, Zebra Boy. My senses are tingling all over. Tell me, Mr. Falls, where is it?
Huh? Where's what?
Come on now, kitten. The ransom. The $2 million diamond.
Remember that now? Did you give it back to Pops? Did the police take it?
I don't know.
Huh? You don't know?
No, really, I don't know. It's gone. With Dahlia.
With Dahlia. My stomach's growling. Maybe I should have eaten something before I started.
That day, on the bridge. Dahlia put it in backpack. Now gone. With Dahlia. Gone. Forever. Into Eagle River.
So I'm confused, because if Melissa and Dahlia are the same person, then wouldn't he recognize her on the stand? Danganronpa and Persona 5, yeah. It disappeared with Dahlia, huh? Wait a minute.
You can come back in now. We're about ready to go.
Mr. Falls, just one more question. When you said with Dahlia, do you mean the diamond is still missing? Along with the body of Dahlia Hawthorne?
Never found her, my sweet Dahlia.
They never found her.
Swallowed by river, gone. Dahlia, my teen angel.
Your teen angel. How old was she anyway?
Just 14.
I'm sorry, and how old were you? 14? I guess you were robbing cradles before diamonds. That's why this man should be in jail. That's why this man should be in jail. Unless he was 17 or something. I don't know.
She plans a fake kidnapping and disappears into the river with a rock worth $2 million. Man, oh man, angels these days.
Hang on a second. How old is this man? 25! So he was 20 and she was 14? Yup. That's disgusting. 14, just like all the bust fellows. I'm seeing some vids of it in seasons 2. Is it, so season 2 is the second game, like the so there's Bustafellows, which has episodes inside of it, and then season 2 is the new game that just came out recently, like the sequel game. But yes, they don't even want me playing the first game past episode 1. That's correct. Yeah. So, I haven't even touched the second game yet because obviously I want to play the first one first, but Falls takes the fall and gets a one-way ticket to death row. Is Dahlia Hawthorne an angel, or is she really a... It's time, kitten. It looks like we have a few more aces up our sleeve now. You bet. Diamond added to the court record. The training wheels come off now, Mia. You've got to strike while the iron is hot. That's one of my rules. Remember it. I cannot wait to find out how this man became Godot, because it's obvious they're the same person. It's obvious. But, like, when did he put the mask on? When did he change the name? Yeah, I'm still gonna enjoy Bustafellows off stream because, you know, I'm invested in the story now, but it is a shame that I can't stream it. Now then, let's continue with the trial of Mr. Terry Falls. Witness, are you feeling better?
Yes, Your Honor. I'll try my best.
You're a brave young lady. Not this again. I can understand a defense lawyer wanting to get her client off the hook. However, to try to pin the crime on an innocent student is... What are you talking about? My witness is not the person on trial here. She's an innocent bystander who witnessed a violent crime, that's all. What possible reason would a girl like this have for murdering a policewoman? It's certainly hard to imagine this woman as a murderer. Her motive, huh? I figured that's what I had to establish next. Well, Miss Fay, do you have any evidence of a motive? Yes, of course, I think. You're still acting as tame as a kitten. Mr. Armando, listen. A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets. Smiling on the outside while your guts are twisted in knots is the mark of a pro. Maybe so, but I wish you would quit grinning at me like that.
Excuse me, may I speak, Mr. Judge?
Of course, and Mr. Judge is ready anytime you like.
I'd like to say something. Some people here are suspicious of me, right? That's why I at least wanted you, Mr. Judge, to know that it's not true.
I see. You're such an honest and upstanding young lady. It looks like this witness is a real professional. What do you mean? Look at that 100-watt smile. Just when things are darkest for her, click, she lights right up. Very well then, let's hear what the witness has to say.
I was out of the country until the year before last. Until I entered college, I had never even been to Eagle Mountain before. And I certainly don't have any reason...
Howdy.
And I certainly don't have any reason for wanting to hurt a police officer. Holding a grudge and killing the officer who testified against you 5 years ago. Or kidnapping a poor girl. I think the defendant is a terrible, horrible monster.
Out of the country, eh? Precisely. Furthermore, she has no possible motive for committing murder. Indeed. You're up to bat, kitten. Sharpen those claws and put on your best smile. You bet. Somehow I have to tie her to this case. Okay, press. So what country were you living in?
We were all living abroad, but after my parents were killed...
It was a brutal civil war. She had to try to make her way back home alone.
I lost everything. I didn't even have any personal identification.
What kind of sob story is this? What do I do? Should I press her for details? Yeah, of course we're pressing for details. Witness, answer my question. I'll even repeat it for you. What country were you in? Your Honor, this line of questioning is childish. What country she was in and how many languages she may speak are irrelevant here. What we're here to evaluate is whether this witness has any connection to this case.
I've lived abroad ever since I was a little girl. That's why I could never have known Mr. Falls or Detective Hawthorne.
Yes, I think we've established that point. Yes, indeed. Well then, shall we add what you've just stated to the official testimony? Okay, so just for my own brain here, this case takes place before the case we did earlier, which was when we were defending Phoenix, right? And she was his girlfriend? This, what we're doing right now, is before that, right? Because this is Mia's first case. Okay. Goodness, my stomach is growling. Oh my goodness.
Yes, please, Mr. Judge. Naturally, I didn't know either the victim or the defendant.
Hello, Coley. You didn't know either person? Are you certain of that?
Yes, I'm afraid I'm rather shy around people.
Oh, well, that can't be helped. Why is he just agreeing with everything that comes out of her mouth? The first time you saw either of them was when they were on the bridge, correct?
Yes, it really was a coincidence.
So what made you decide to go to Eagle Mountain anyway?
I just love being outdoors, picnics, hikings, you know, that sort of thing.
You don't look like much of a hiker to me, but you do look like a digger of sorts. But Eagle Mountain is a 2-hour drive from here and no trains run through there. There are plenty of mountains that are closer and easier to get to.
Well, I went there once with the college hiking club. I fell in love with its stark, desolate beauty and its cold yet romantic gloominess.
I'm a little chilly. And hungry, obviously, but... I'll take a little break and heat something up in like 20-30 minutes maybe. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to step on you, Scout.
My bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay. Didn't know you were such a goth. By the way, what's the name of your college? Objection! The prosecution objects to any questions that involve the witness's private life. All that matters is that she's a material witness to a crime. The witness doesn't need to respond to questions that are clearly malicious in intent.
Thank you. She's really gone too far.
Miss Faye, you're treading on thin ice here. I hardly said anything. Talk about sensitive.
And I certainly don't have any reason for wanting to hurt a police officer.
Perhaps, but your behavior that day was very suspicious. Not only have you contradicted yourself here in court, but you know things you shouldn't. For example, the scratches on the trunk of the car.
Well, that's...
Unfortunately, Miss Faye, your last statement proves nothing. Oh, really? And why is that? The witness came to the police station once to identify the suspect. It's entirely possible that at that time an officer showed her this photo. That seems like a rather serious mistake. Ha, that's the oldest trick in the prosecutor's book.
That's not fair. That wicked inmate, I'll never be able to forget that horrible day. Holding a grudge and killing the officer who testified against you 5 years ago?
A grudge?
Well, the policewoman's testimony was crucial, wasn't it? Crucial in getting the defendant sentenced to death.
Yes, and that's precisely why he harbored such a deep anger against her. So much anger that he forgot his own guilt. My client has always maintained that he's innocent of those charges.
He seems rather forgetful. Your client, I mean. Not only did he forget about what he did, but he forgot the poor policewoman as well.
What do you mean by that?
Your client. He forgot what the detective looked like, right? It's too bad for her that he didn't forget about her testimony as well.
Well, she's right about that. Mr. Falls is kind of forgetful. You said he forgot what the detective looked like. What did you mean by that?
Well, he couldn't tell who she was without some kind of identification, right?
Quite right. That's why the victim was wearing a scarf as identification.
Why, if I had been wearing a white scarf that day, then he probably would have tried to kill me.
That's true. He's clearly a bitter man. This is bad. Mr. Falls' reputation just keeps getting worse and worse. Sometimes it's best not to poke too deep. What should I do with that last statement? I'm gonna press. Actually, I have it added. Your Honor, what the witness said just now is tremendously important. I'd like it added to the official testimony. The prosecution has no objection. After all, the defendant is killer and a mentally unbalanced one at that. That testimony only helps to further prove that point. No, that's not why I... Did I mess up? Enough! Witness if you would.
My pleasure, Mr. Judge.
What do you mean by lucky?
Well, it's February now. Everyone's wearing scarves. If I had accidentally worn a white scarf like he said...
Then you yourself might have been killed. That would have been a terrible loss for this world. It looks like you pressed too hard this time, kitten. Oops. Mr. Armando, keep looking around you and you're gonna lose sight of the finish line. Justice is blind, but she's not deaf. Sometimes you have to know when not to talk. Did I mess up? You knew about that incident, but weren't you out of the country until the year before last?
Well, I saw a report about the escaped convict on the news. They had an in-depth report about his whole history.
So you were still living abroad 5 years ago, is that right?
Yes.
I can't let her get away with these lies. Listen to me. She's neck deep in this whole thing. Somehow you're just going to have to get her to show the court her true self. Okay. I need to look at my... I don't know what to do here, actually. Oh gosh, I don't even know. Let me check. Message real quick. Oh, do you hear my stomach? Can you hear that? You did? Let me go get something to eat real fast. I'm sorry. actually just heated up my lunch, which is a bunch of leftover taco meat and a potato wedge, or a potato skin. Okay. I feel like I need to do something with the added thing. So let's talk about the scarf, I guess. Witness, I want you to look at this photo you took. It's hard to see in the photo, but look at the scarf the victim wore as identification. Ah, you're talking about the scarf. Right here, eh?
Yes, that's it. That's the scarf the policewoman was wearing.
I've got her now, just don't mess up. But that's strange. In your testimony, you stated the following. I guess I'm lucky I wasn't wearing a white scarf. White? This is the scarf you identified as belonging to the victim. But it certainly doesn't look white to me.
Oh!
Well, it was foggy that day, and it was raining as well. It's not surprising that she mistook it for white. Sorry, but not this time. The witness just confirmed that this was the victim's scarf. Yes, but what's the significance? It's true that the scarf doesn't look white, but there's only one explanation for this mix-up. The reason why the witness thought the scarf was white is... the victim's note, perhaps? Oh man, this is worth 3. Witness, have you ever seen this note?
Note? No, never.
It's top secret evidence. There's no reason that you would have. I wonder about that.
What do you mean?
This note shows Mr. Fall's instructions to the victim regarding their meeting. It says, wear white scarf for identification. White scarf? Ah! Witness, you knew what this note said. And it's because you knew that you slipped up and mistakenly said white scarf. Well, Miss Foster?
No!
Mr. Edgeworth, I'm waiting for an explanation. I'm quite sure this note wasn't leaked to the public. And yet, this witness knew exactly what the note said. At the time of the murder, the number of people that knew were quite limited. Terry Falls is one, the person who wrote the note, Valerie Hawthorne, is another, and finally, one more person. Did you say one more person? That's right, a person that no one would have suspected. Have you figured it out, kitten? Yep. The third person that knew the contents of the note was... Dahlia Hawthorne, I believe. And that person is Dahlia Hawthorne. Dahlia Hawthorne? I've never heard that name before. Look at the victim's note. This is what it says. Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time there is her name right there. What's this? So who is this person, this Dahlia Hawthorne? Miss Faye must be desperate if she's trying to bring the dead back to life. I'm gonna save again because I'm nervous. The dead? Dahlia Hawthorne was the victim's deceased younger sister. She was killed in a crime 5 years ago. Killed in a crime? You don't mean... Yes, she was kidnapped and killed by Terry Falls. You said she was killed, but was she really? What are you implying? Of course, people thought she had died 5 years ago, when she fell off Dusky Bridge and was lost in the Eagle River. However, her corpse was never found. She was declared legally dead 5 years ago. As far as the law is concerned, Dahlia Hawthorne is officially dead. But the fact remains that her body was never recovered. Dahlia Hawthorne was 14 years old 5 years ago. If she were still alive, she would be 19 now. Melissa Foster. I believe that's the same age you are. Even you couldn't. Miss Faye, you're not saying. But I am. That's precisely what I'm saying. This witness before us is the girl that was kidnapped and killed 5 years ago. This girl is in fact Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. What? Wow, I didn't mean to be so close to the camera, sorry. Nice work, that was like tossing a grenade into a 3-alarm fire. But unless you can tie all the loose ends together, you're nothing but a hit-and-run arsonist. I understand. If I can expose her true nature, I can turn this whole case on its head. Now's my chance to make Mr. Edgeworth squirm. Witness, just who are you anyway?
I'm...
I didn't think it'd come to this. That's enough. You don't have to say any more, witness.
Yes, I understand.
What? Mr. Edgeworth, explain yourself. Your Honor, I have an admission to make. I honestly never thought the defense would pursue the matter this far. You don't mean... Yes, the prosecutor's office isn't filled with fools, you know. Naturally, we conduct full background checks on all of our witnesses. What did he say? Huh, it looks like the kid knew. He knew her true identity from the get-go.
No way, but then why...
If you hadn't revealed her secret, he wasn't going to say anything about it. All he wanted was her testimony, so he made a little trade. Let me introduce you to the victim's younger sister, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. But I thought she died 5 years ago. We thought so as well. But, well, as you can see. Have a good rest of the day. Why did she hide her identity for 5 years? That has nothing to do with the current case. She was merely an accidental witness to a crime. Accidental? I don't believe that for a minute. For the last 5 years, she's been playing the role of victim. And now we find her acting suspiciously at the scene of another murder? Really, Miss Faye, I must say your strategy here is painfully obvious. You're trying to pin your client's crime on an innocent witness in order to win. At any cost. How dare you? Please, let us take a moment to think. 5 years ago, this girl was kidnapped and nearly killed. But even worse than that, 5 years later, Dahlia Hawthorne lost something much more precious, her big sister. Miss Faye must be insane to even suggest that she murdered her. I'm inclined to agree with the prosecutor's logic. Miss Faye, do you have any evidence to back up your assertion? Hello, Moocher. What possible reason would this witness have for killing her beloved sister? Well, you see, I thought I was winning, but somehow he's turned it around on me. I think you need a little push in the right direction, kitten. The defense is prepared to present evidence supporting our claim. That wasn't me. It was this guy, this crazy coffee addict. Let me not put that whole thing in my mouth. I think we've heard enough of blah blah blah. What makes you think they're empty, boy? Because your protege looks like she's sweating bullets. I am sweating bullets. You think you're in a tough spot, huh? Of course, aren't I? No. You've just arrived at the moment of truth, that's all. Whether you win or lose, that's up to you. Up to me? The rashness of youth, how charming. This coming from someone younger than me. Now then, let's not waste any more time, Miss Faye. Perhaps a diamond? Either the diamond or the fact that she betrayed them. We'll see. Is this the defense's idea of a joke? Did I mess it up? Uh-oh. Dang. I'm like teetering on the brink of losing. I don't know. I could die. I hate when you have to use some pieces of evidence. Like, I never know if you have to use something like multiple times, because I just used the victim's note, right? But I feel like I need to use it again, because if Dahlia didn't want the truth to come out, but Valerie was like, it's gotta, I don't know, is that motive enough to kill somebody? I'm gonna try it, and we'll just reload if I need to. Oh. The story starts after Terry Falls escaped. He called Valerie and told her he wanted to meet. This is the note she left. It says, talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time the whole truth must come out. Valerie Hawthorne gave Dahlia a warning. She told her she was going to reveal to the world the whole truth. The whole truth? There was a dangerously important secret between Valerie and Dahlia. That's the reason Dahlia felt she had to kill Valerie. To keep her mouth shut permanently. A terrific story, Miss Faye, if you like fiction, that is. Enlighten the court, Miss Faye. What was this secret that was so important? Where's your evidence? Dahlia and Valerie Hawthorne and Terry Falls. There's only one important secret that connects them all. Oh yes, I know this secret. The diamond thing? Your Honor, the defense would like to request further testimony. What testimony? Regarding the kidnapping 5 years ago, we believe it will explain a lot of things, such as the nature of the important secret between the Hawthorne sisters. Very well. I will grant your request for further testimony. I know it'll be painful for you, but can you enlighten us once more, my little maple leaf?
Yes, I'll try, Mr. Judge.
Putting on the old charm one more time, Dahlia, but this will be the last time you hide behind your womanly wiles.
"5 years ago, I was kidnapped by Mr. Falls. The ransom price was a raw diamond. My sister, Valerie, brought it to the bridge. After she made the exchange, she shot Mr. Falls in the arm. That's when Mr. Falls tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind. I survived, but I was afraid I might be kidnapped again for my family's money, so I decided to change my identity and start a new life."
So you lied about being overseas. The kidnapping left her emotionally scarred. With her sister's help, she left the Hawthorne family and started all over again. And we're to believe after all that she murdered her sister. Preposterous. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Miss Fay?
Yes, Your Honor.
As you've heard, the witness is still traumatized from the kidnapping. I'll ask you again to be extremely gentle in your cross-examination.
Mr. Edgeworth got the jump on me again.
If we're not allowed to fight, then let's twist some arms. Listen up. We still got that info. That ace up our sleeve.
What info?
Come on, kitten. Don't say you've forgotten already. The fact that the kidnapping 5 years ago was staged.
That's right. It was a fake kidnapping. Terry Falls told us that in the lobby.
I'd do anything she says. Anything Dahlia says.
Then why don't you recognize your ex-girlfriend? What you're saying is that the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by...
Yeah, me and Dahlia. And Valerie, too.
Yes, that's it. The fake kidnapping is your best shot, Mia. That's her secret.
Did you and Mr. Falls have a relationship?
Yes, as a tutor.
You were tutoring him, Mr. Falls?
No, of course not. Don't be ridiculous. Mr. Falls came to the house to tutor me.
That makes sense. 5 years ago, she was only 14. He probably came up with the kidnapping plan during that time. The Hawthorns are in the jewelry trade and are quite wealthy, you see. Quite the clever fellow, that Mr. Falls. Did I hear him right? Did he just call Mr. Falls a clever fellow? I heard the diamond is valued in the neighborhood of $2 million. Neighborhood. Look at that typo. The neighborhood of $2 million. $2 million?
It was still uncut, so it was about the size of a pint of milk.
A $2 million pint of milk. I don't know what to think about that. The defendant demanded that her sister Valerie make the exchange. Not as a detective, of course, but as an individual.
By the way, I want to ask you, Mr. Edgeworth, why do you think he wanted to make the exchange up there on that mountain? If he ever got surrounded, it would be hard to escape.
There's one thing a kidnapper wants to prevent, and that's police involvement. In a place like that, it would be easy to tell if he was being followed. With only one entrance to the mountain, he was ensuring his safety.
What a wickedly clever man that Mr. Falls is.
Yeah, right. It was all your plan.
Anyway, Valerie brought the diamond to the mountain and...
That was a dangerous thing to do considering you were being held hostage.
Yes, but actually that saved my life.
What do you mean?
You see, Mr. Falls was holding a knife in his right hand. Somehow, I just knew he was going to use it. I knew he was going to use that knife to kill me. That's why my sister shot him. It was to save me.
I'd like to hear more about what happened right at that moment.
Well, when Mr. Falls was shot in the right arm, he let go of me. I was dazed. I turned to try to run away, but Mr. Falls turned to grab me as well. As I ran past, he and I locked eyes for a second, and he gave me a large, bloodthirsty grin.
Bloodthirsty grin, oh!
And in the next instant...
I advise the court to remember that the river is 18 feet deep and incredibly swift.
I was a strong swimmer, but I was knocked out. When I came to, I'd been carried away by the river to a strange place. I'll never forget that day. The crumbling bridge, nowhere to run, then just one little shove from behind. That was it. Before my sister could catch me, I fell into the river.
So my question is, from a sister's standpoint, if you thought this man had just pushed your sister to his death, and I had a gun in my hands, I would be ensuring he doesn't run away. Not necessarily taking his life, but he'd be like getting shot in the leg next. Scout is dreaming. And that's why you hid your identity?
Yes, I only told my sister.
Valerie Hawthorne, eh?
Yes, she's the only one who knew about me.
Meanwhile, legally, this witness has been deceased for 5 years.
I didn't ever want something like that to happen to me again.
And that new identity was Melissa Foster, right?
Yes, my sister helped me get the official paperwork taken care of.
That makes sense. Without an insider's help, doing all of the paperwork would have been impossible.
She was the only person left in the world I could count on. And you think I killed her? There's no way I could.
It's the moment of truth for this witness, too. Once the truth about this staged kidnapping comes out, everyone in the court will know how much of a Jezebel she really is. Okay. So where is the diamond, is my question. I have like... Oh, I think I got it. I had like something stuck in my tooth. So I want to present the diamond here to see if I can ask her where the diamond is now. Oh. Okay, no, we're gonna load. After she made the exchange. So she already exchanged the diamond? So then it should have been in Mr. Fall's Ah, frick. Oh, hello, welcome back. Sorry, I'm looking at your message real quick. Ah. So that was the... Thanks for sending that to me. So I did see that pop up, but it was up so briefly, I couldn't, like, read it fast enough. So, okay. Well, it is what it is, I guess. I'll just try to absolve myself and be more careful in the future. Okay, so... When Mr. Falls tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind. So when I look at this... If he shoved her off the bridge, would she not have hit that rock? Or shore or whatever that is? I feel like I'm gonna try this now. Okay. You say that Mr. Falls pushed you into the Eagle River. However, that's hard to believe.
But it's true. I felt a push on my back. I'm certain of it. It was Mr. Falls.
I'm sorry. I guess I wasn't clear enough. I shouldn't have said that's hard to believe. I should have said that's impossible.
Impossible?
I asked that the court recall the condition of Dusky Bridge, now and 5 years ago. That bridge hasn't changed one bit in the last 5 years. If someone had pushed you from behind, as you have claimed, instead of being carried away by the river, you would have been smashed by the bedrock below. A most certain death. Do you understand now, Dahlia Hawthorne? The very notion that my client pushed you from behind is impossible.
Ah!
Your Honor, this event occurred 5 years ago. Why, for all we know, the water level in the river may have been higher back then. But it's 40 feet from the bridge to the river. A small change in the water level wouldn't have made a difference. Ugh! You're right. If the event occurred just as the witness has testified, then the defendant couldn't have pushed the witness into the river. Young lady, what is the meaning of this?
You see,
Just a moment, Your Honor. It's true that the witness testified that the defendant pushed her into the river. However, she never stated that she fell from the back end of the bridge. What do you mean? After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. If that's true, she would have fallen into the river. Well, Miss Hawthorne, is Mr. Edgeworth's explanation correct?
Now that you mention it, I do remember now when I fell off the bridge. My skirt got caught on one of the bridge side wires.
You can't be serious! Welcome back with sound. Order! Order in the court! It seems Miss Faye's assault has finally reached its conclusion. Not now, Mia. There's no time to retreat. Unfortunately for you, this is just the start of Miss Faye's assault. What? I believe your reasoning went something like this, Mr. Edgeworth. After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. However, once again, I'm forced to say that's impossible. Ridiculous. What's so impossible about it? Because your flawed logic contradicts the court record? Ah, this. The sidebars. I hope this is right. Your Honor, all of the answers are right here in this photo. Take a look at the wires supporting both sides of the bridge. They extend up to about 5 feet off the ground. It would be impossible to push someone off from there. No! But let's remember the size and strength of the defendant. Wires like this wouldn't be a problem for him. He could have easily picked up a 14-year-old girl and thrown her over. So young and already forgetful, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Falls had been shot in the right arm. Ah, And more importantly, Valerie Hawthorne had her gun trained on him at point-blank range. So, Mr. Falls throwing the witness off the bridge? That is clearly impossible. Gah! Order, order, what is the meaning of this? Dahlia Hawthorne, you jumped into the Eagle River intentionally. What? What is this? Indeed, what do you mean by such a ridiculous remark?
Yes, it's ridiculous. My sister was there to help me. She had her gun and handcuffs. She could have saved me. Jumping into a raging river like that would have been suicide.
Perhaps, but still that's exactly what you did. You were probably confident you could handle the swift current, but even more so, the witness had a much more compelling reason for jumping into the river. Oh, then what was it? What was so important that she'd want to jump into the river? The witness is still alive. The fact alone explains everything. Uh-oh. I haven't saved in a hot minute. This is why she risked her life by jumping into the rapids of the Eagle River. The diamond? I really hope it's the diamond. 5 years ago, something else disappeared along with Dahlia that day. I need to save again because apparently this is correct. The item that Valerie brought up the mountain with her, the $2 million diamond. Ah, no, it can't be. Yes, Dahlia had it planned all from the beginning. The $2 million, she was going to keep it all for herself. She forced Mr. Falls to help her fake the kidnapping. This girl bad news in 2 cases, bro. 2 of them. At the last minute, she betrayed him and threw herself into the river, with the ransom tucked away safely in her backpack. That's ridiculous. Order, order, order! Your Honor, 5 years ago, the witness was only 14 years old. Do you really think a 14-year-old is capable of such a demonic plan? Yes. This woman is a demon. And there is one more person who helped make a demon out of her. Her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. You mean the victim was involved in the kidnapping plot as well? But she was a detective then. You're saying she participated in her sister's kidnapping. Precisely. I'm sure that it weighed heavily on her conscience for the past 5 years. Teens are evil. Kids can be evil sometimes too. I don't know if you guys heard about the recent news report of this, like, I think it was a 9-year-old and a 10-year-old. And they took this, like, 6-year-old, or she's younger than them by a few years, into the woods, and they beat her and then assaulted her in terrible, terrible ways. And they were like 9 and 10 years old. Kids can be evil, evil. I'm sure that it weighed heavily on her conscience for the past 5 years. Did Slender Man encourage them to do it? I don't know, like, what their reasons were. I think the kids have just been put into juvie, like lockdown juvie, and are awaiting trial, but it's crazy. And also, where are your parents? Like, what kind of parents? I don't know. Sorry. I could speculate forever, but yes, yeah, like that. Mm-hmm. To answer your question, HS, yes. Apparently they used like branches off of trees to assault her in those ways. Yeah, it's awful. and yeah, I don't know, like, I've heard of other, like, I like to reference what you're saying, Terror. It's like crazy how kids and teens will say that, like, you know, whatever internet thing influenced them. Like, it's awful. I don't know. I'm not sure, but it's possible, I guess. Especially because I feel like so many parents don't know what their kids are consuming on the internet. So, protect the children is all I'm saying, you know? Okay. This is the sole reason behind the victim's murder. Yeah. What do you mean by that? On the day of the murder, after receiving the phone call from Mr. Falls, Valerie called her sister Dahlia, and then she told her what she was planning to do. Planning to do? She was going to tell the whole truth, as she wrote in her note. That is what sealed Valerie Hawthorne's fate. That is when you hatched your demonic plan to kill two birds with one stone, a plan that would ensure neither of your accomplices to the kidnapping would talk. And that is why you killed your sister, Valerie Hawthorne. Who is that laughing at a time like this? She's evil, bro! She's evil! Forgive me, it's just hilarious. Witchness? Is that you? You amuse me, woman. Miss Mia Fey. You can certainly weave an exciting tale. Naturally, you have the evidence to back it up, don't you? I don't know, do I? Evidence? Evidence that I planned the kidnapping, of course. That at 14, I plotted it with Mr. Falls and my sister. Well, And one more thing. What happened to the $2 million diamond? If you can't provide evidence to at least show that. Well, Miss Fey, I don't know. What a joke. You, Miss Fey. Are you stupid or something? Oh my gosh! I hate this girl! I hate this girl! Ugh. How can I prove a fake kidnapping that happened 5 years ago? I don't even have decisive proof of Valerie Hawthorne's murder. Well, it seems we've come to the end. To be honest, the witness's behavior does raise certain suspicions. However, I am forced to reject the assertions made by the defense.
Of course you are.
I watched a lot of messed up things as a child, and I'm so glad I didn't turn out like that. She needs to be tossed in the river with some cinder block shoes. Hi, Spartan. Is this it? Is it really over? That girl's made a fool of me, and there's nothing I can do about it. Without evidence, the trial's over? Who decided that? Mr. Armando? Come on now, kitten. Haven't you figured out that you can make your own rules? I don't like the pet name, Kitten. It's a little weird. But I do like Armando / Godot. I think he's an interesting character. Yeah, it's pretty wild. It hit like national news. I don't remember where it happened, somewhere, but... For example, even if there's no evidence, there's still testimony. Testimony. On the day in question, Dahlia Hawthorne murdered her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. She hid her body in the trunk of Mr. Fall's stolen car and then went to meet with him. Disguised as her sister, Valerie Hawthorne, that's what you think, right? Yes, that's right. In that case, there's only one answer, right? There's only one person left who can testify about Valerie Hawthorne's murder. Mr. Falls. The Japanese nickname is better, but it doesn't translate. Well, what is it? Since there's no proof, there's only one thing left to do. Mia-kun? Kun? Oh, okay. So it's like Little Miss Mia, or like, whatever. Because Kun is like Little Miss, or Younger Miss, right? Yeah. The one person that can testify is Mr. Terry Falls. Your Honor, the defense wishes to call a new witness. A new witness? Yes, we would like to hear the testimony of Terry Falls. The defendant? There's only one person that can shed any further light on the situation. Only one person that knows what Dahlia's role in the kidnapping was. Only one person that can say whether the person in the photo is Valerie Hawthorne, or whether it was in fact her younger sister Dahlia disguised as her. There's only one person who can solve this riddle once and for all, and that person is Terry Falls. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what is your take on this? Why not? The prosecution has no objection. Very well. Bailiff, bring the defendant to the witness stand. Bye, Puffy. Have a good day. This is my last chance, Mr. Falls. My last chance to establish Dahlia's guilt. You're all I have left. You're about to miss a wild end? Oh boy. Don't tell me anything more. Defendant, you've heard everything that's been said up to this point, yes?
I don't believe it. No way. Dahlia died 5 years ago. Valerie betrayed me.
Mr. Falls, I don't know what she said to you 5 years ago, but one thing is clear. Dahlia is very much alive, and you were used for $2 million.
That's not true.
Mr. Falls, there's only one question I want the answer to. 2 days ago on Dusky Bridge, who did you meet? Was it Valerie Hawthorne or was it Dahlia Hawthorne?
Dahlia, did you betray me? 5 years ago, she promised never ever betray each other.
Terry?
Dahlia? It's true? You're alive?
You don't trust me anymore? That makes me sad.
Tell the truth. The real truth. I believed in you.
I shouldn't need to say it. You should already know. But there is one thing I will say.
I hate this girl, dude. I hate this girl.
My life is in your hands right now, Terry.
Dahlia?
I will allow Mr. Falls to testify once and once only. Well then, Mr. Falls, yours will be the final testimony in this trial. So, okay, here's what I'm worried about. Before we jump into this. I am worried that his affection for Dahlia is going to cloud how he testifies here. But I don't understand why he can't see that she has betrayed him and lied and changed her whole identity. Okay, sorry. Witness? I'm sorry. I apologize.
Water, please. Can't talk, need water.
Oh, well, I guess it'll have to be my coffee instead. At least it'll match the way he's probably feeling right now. Darker and bitterer than hell itself. I kind of feel bad for him. But he also seems like the kind of person who's like so easily influenced that like he's totally willing to commit a crime if somebody tells him to do that. Which is sad, but also like it doesn't absolve him of his responsibility in the situation. You know what I mean?
That day, 4 p.m., I stopped the car. I was in front of Bridge. She wasn't there, so I waited on Bridge. I watched my car from Bridge. I never put nobody in that car. Finally, one woman came. She stood front of me. We talked. Then she left.
Yeah.
That was Valerie, not my Dahlia.
But if Dahlia was tricking him, he may not know that that wasn't Valerie. Mr. Falls, you're covering for her. Do you think she would... That's enough, Miss Fay. His last statement was a fitting way to end the final testimony of the trial.
Well then, Miss Fay, please proceed with your cross-examination.
Is this how you want it to end, Mr. Falls? Another guilty verdict to go along with your death sentence. And there's only one person who can stop it. You, kitten. I think. Okay. We're gonna save right here just in case I mess things up. Let's do some pressing. According to the note, the meeting was supposed to take place at 4:30. You certainly arrived early, didn't you?
It was raining. Already dark, too.
You waited on the bridge for 30 minutes? Mr. Falls?
Eagle Mountain, that spot. Strong memories.
Why did he just clam up? Could it be he's hiding something here? Well, yeah, obviously. You were quite early, so you waited on the bridge, correct?
Yeah, I like waiting. I'm used to it.
I'm sure he is. Zebra Boy waited 5 years to ask a single question, to find out why a woman betrayed him. To him, 30 minutes must have been a blink of an eye.
I watched my car from bridge, I never okay.
You were watching the car?
That bridge, other side is broken, nobody can come from there. So I was watching car.
But the picture has the opposite, where he's facing away. Unless the picture was taken from the other side of the bridge. Okay, let me put a pin in that. What else were you expecting him to do? I suppose that's the obvious thing to do, but something's bothering me. I'm getting that feeling. A contradiction?
Wonder what's on the other side of the broken bridge anyway.
No one lives there. There's a small shrine up on the mountain, but that's it. He was watching Ice Cold Car? Yeah, he was watching Twitch while he was waiting.
Nobody came, no car, nothing. Finally, one woman came. She stood in front of me.
Mr. Falls, think carefully now. Are you certain that it was Valerie Hawthorne?
I never lie. It's the truth. It was Valerie. I remembered her face.
Wait a minute. If you had remembered her face, then why did you make her wear a scarf as identification?
Sorry. I told a little lie. But the woman I met, she was different from the woman standing here now. She was different. It was Valerie.
What did you talk to her about anyway? Mr. Falls?
Valerie told the truth about the kidnapping 5 years ago. She said someone needed to take the blame for it. That was all I could think to do. She said that. That's why she lied, got me the death penalty.
And were you satisfied with that answer, witness?
Dahlia died. It was my fault. But I don't really remember. Maybe I did push her in. It don't matter no more. Either way, my Dahlia, my sweet teen angel, dead.
She's standing in front. You just saw she isn't dead. This man...
After Valerie talked to me on bridge, nothing left to live for.
How can you be so sure? It was raining at the time, and sunset that day was 5 o'clock. It would have already been pretty dark on that mountain at 4:30. She's a zombie. Please, Mr. Falls, this is your last chance. You've already taken the fall once for something you didn't do.
That woman, it wasn't Dahlia.
Stop right there. What more needs to be said? Even if it means the death penalty, even if it means taking the blame for murder, you'll still do whatever is necessary to protect her, won't you, Mr. Falls? I know it's obvious, but he's clearly lying. He's been cursed by Dahlia Hawthorne. He'll probably go to his grave still believing in her. Mr. Falls, even if you can show he's lying, the poor guy will still be cursed. You'll still have to point out the contradiction anyway. That's the curse of being a defense lawyer, I guess. Okay, so... we're gonna finish this. I'm determined. I think this is gonna be, it's either this or the next line. And I'm gonna use this photo because if he's facing away from his car, then he couldn't have been watching the car. If he is facing the car, then that means this was taken from the opposite side. Let me look at the map again real quick. Which, I mean, I guess it could have been taken up there. But then the whole picture establishing would have been a lie. What am I drinking? This is a Georgia Peach Polar. It's very delicious. It's one of my favorite flavors for Polar. It doesn't beat the orange vanilla for me, but it's pretty high up there. Probably top 5. Okay. So when you got to the bridge, no one had arrived, huh? So you waited on the bridge? You're sure of that?
Yeah, I'm sure.
You're sure, huh? Then I'm sure too, Mr. Falls. I'm sure that you're lying.
Huh? What?
Oh, I would love to hear your rationale on this, Miss Fay. You want to know who arrived at the bridge first? Just look at this photo. It's perfectly clear. Obviously, the person that came first would be the one at the end of the bridge, right? But that's the victim at the end of the bridge. Precisely my point. In other words, Mr. Falls, you must have arrived at the bridge after she did. Mr. Falls, please don't get so worked up. We just want the truth.
I got there around 4 o'clock. It's true. I had somewhere to go. A special place.
Did you go to this special place before you went to the bridge?
Yeah. It's an old temple about 15 minutes from the bridge. 5 years ago, me and Dahlia, we promised each other. We swore we wouldn't betray each other. She brought a memento to represent our love.
A memento?
5 years ago, I hid it under the base of the tree there. It's a special...
I've seen that before! That's what she poisoned her other boyfriend guy with! Her ex or whatever! She poisoned that man!
This is what I went to get.
This little bottle on your necklace is your memento. It's quite charming, but it looks empty. Your Honor, you heard what my client said. He arrived at the scene at 4 o'clock, but he then left his car unattended and walked away. He was gone for approximately 30 minutes. Ugh. With that much time, Dahlia Hawthorne could have easily hidden the body in the trunk of his car.
No.
Indeed, there was certainly enough time for it. I've still got a chance. Mr. Falls, there's no mistaking it. Huh? Mr. Falls? Huh?
That's enough, please.
Witness?
I promised her 5 years ago.
No, ma'am.
If it ever happens that we can't trust each other no more, then we're supposed to drink bottle. Ugh.
No, stop the trial! Your Honor, we need a recess.
I was stupid. Couldn't keep promise. So I did it. I drank this.
No, we are so close. Just a little more. I was gonna prove your innocence.
No, don't want that. Don't trust self. Maybe kill again. Kill sweet Dahlia again.
Mr. Falls!
Mr. Armando, thanks for the coffee.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Wow! Mr. Falls! And so my first trial ended, suddenly and tragically. It ended with no winners, only losers. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna stop real quick. I need somebody to remind me, somebody who's more familiar with this series. So, the trial that we already played, the one where Mia defends Phoenix and Dahlia is a witness. Does Mia recognize her? I feel like she did. But I don't really remember. So if somebody could refresh my memory on that, that would be helpful for me to tie this together. But it's weird that... She did, okay. But she didn't really bring it up much, it seems. I don't know. Okay. I ended up with a wound that cut so deep into my soul I thought it'd never heal. I'm sure it was the same for the young prosecutor as well. But one person, the true criminal, Dahlia Hawthorne, she left the courtroom with a secret smile on her demonically sweet face.
Stop it. Stop it. Don't scratch yourself. Don't scratch yourself. Oh, you want belly rubs? Okay. Okay, Scouty. I'll get you belly rubs. Yeah. That feel good? Yeah.
No. No. Thank you. She does. It's just left a bit vague on purpose because she hadn't really been formally introduced. I wondered how the show was going to end because canonically Moss is... That's right. I remember that being said. Okay. Unforgivable. That witch. Mr. Armando. We were so close to the truth. It was right there in front of us. You were just a little too soft, kitten. It's my fault. It's all my fault that Mr. Falls killed himself. Don't cry, kitten. You're going to make my coffee all salty. I knew it. I knew I wasn't cut out for this. Mia. Don't you get it? You can't cry yet. Oh. No, Scout is Holland's dog. I'm house sitting for them. The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over. Mr. Armando. No matter how tough the case, no matter how bitter the memories, they always fade over time. Then you file them away and eventually forget them. Does the witch Dahlia also change Armando's hair white with magic? Okay, so this is my canon until I'm told otherwise. I think, don't tell me if I'm right or wrong, okay? Don't tell me if I'm right or wrong here. But my assumption or my theory is that when Mia is killed, that he takes it hard because he was her mentor, and maybe the stress turns his hair white or gray, since that can happen. But you missed late night Targaryen last couple nights. Well, I'm never up late nights anymore, so, you know. 1 year later, in this very same courthouse, I myself got wrapped up in that case. Only after that did Dahlia Hawthorne get put on trial for her crimes. The verdict that was ultimately handed down to her was... guilty, of course. Naturally. When the verdict was read, she had a perfect angelic smile on her face. You're gonna get ZA eventually, but I still haven't played Arceus yet, so I'll play Arceus first before I do ZA. But I am interested in getting it. It was finally all over. At least that's what I thought at the time. You're gonna get Za. I love pizza! Give me pizza! Unfortunately, I couldn't have been more wrong. It's been 5 years, but now something has happened that made me remember all this. All right. There it is. Bridge to the turnabout! Yes, we're saving. But we're not going to start this case yet. Pause, pause, pause! Pause! Shichishito. We've seen this before. Let me pause! I can't pause. What if I just did this? Yeah, there we go. That way when we pick up, it'll pick up right there. I'll close it. Yeah. Oh, Bustafellows, rip! Just kidding. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out. Sorry for a little bit of a shorter stream, but I feel like that's a good place to end it. Probably was Nick's in the hospital. Probably was fell down the courthouse steps while tap dancing. Yeah, that's a pretty Phoenix Wright thing. I don't know if you guys have seen my sticker that I got, but in my phone I keep a sticker of Phoenix and Miles that I think is really cute. But anyway, you're welcome for the stream. Thank you guys so much for being here. So at some point between now and tomorrow around lunch, I will pick up stuff from my house and bring it back here so that I can start a Pokemon White Nuzlocke. Because that's what the wheel selected this morning for us to start instead of Bustafellows. So we're going to jump right into another big project, but it's okay. We'll still have fun with it. And it's been a while since I've played through Black and White. So thanks, Wheel, for the stress. I know, right? And it means grinding levels again, which you guys know is so fun for me. But anyway, it'll be fun either way. So I hope you guys have a good rest of the day. We'll see you again tomorrow. Take care of yourselves. Much love from me to you. Bye-bye.